Urgent Kansas City Chiefs fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Kansas City Chiefs updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Alright, Chiefs fans, buckle up, because today we have some exciting news that's going to shake up how we see this team moving forward into the 2025 season. I know, many of you have been waiting for the draft updates, analyzing every pick, every move, and wondering how Brett Veach and his team are shaping this roster for the future. Well, let's just say, this draft was filled with surprises, strategic moves, and some bold decisions that have left the Chiefs Nation talking. And trust me, what just happened on draft weekend is a story you're going to want to hear from start to finish. Now, I've been closely following the Chiefs draft strategy, and I have to admit, it's been a mixed bag for many fans. Some expected the team to go all in on a running back early, given the glaring need in the backfield. Remember, last season, while Isaiah Pacheco showed flashes of brilliance and proved to be an absolute workhorse, the depth behind him was somewhat uncertain. The Chiefs have always valued versatile players who can contribute in multiple ways, rushing, receiving, blocking, and that's exactly what they've been looking for in their backfield. But surprisingly, this year, Brett Veach and his staff decided to hold their horses and wait until the very final rounds to make their move. You see, the draft began, and many fans were anxiously watching the early rounds, expecting the Chiefs to pounce on a running back early, maybe a top-tier player, a guy with a proven track record, someone who could step right in and be an immediate difference-maker. But no, Veach played it cool, waiting patiently, knowing that the right opportunity would come. And that patience paid off, because in the later rounds, the Chiefs got aggressive again, trading up to pick number 228 to select a player many of us weren't expecting on their radar, SMU's star running back, Brashard Smith. Now, this move surprised a lot of people, myself included, because Smith was not considered among the top-tier backs in this draft class. In fact, I had him ranked as the 14th running back and placed him at 123rd overall on my NFL draft big board. So, why did the Chiefs target him? Well, that's where things get interesting. Brashard Smith is an electrifying athlete with a game-changing skill set that perfectly fits the Chiefs' offensive style. What really caught my eye was his explosive speed. He ran a sub-4. 40-yard dash, yes, you heard that right, sub-4. That kind of speed makes him a serious threat in open space, and it's exactly what the Chiefs need in their backfield. Think about the dynamic of their current running core, Isaiah Pacheco, who's a bruiser and a great runner between the tackles, but still developing as a pass catcher and blocker. Then, Kareem Hunt, a veteran with tons of experience, but who's approaching the later stages of his career. Now, adding Smith gives them a fresh, young, and explosive talent that can complement those players perfectly. One of the standout aspects of Smith's game is his ability to catch the football out of the backfield. Watching his tape, it's clear he's comfortable in the passing game, he has soft hands, great route running ability for a running back, and a knack for making defenders miss once he has the ball. Plus, he's not just a receiver, he's a powerful runner with a lot of grit. His leg strength is impressive, and he has the ability to make sharp cuts, explode through gaps, and drive his legs forward to pick up extra yards. His power and quickness combined make him a versatile threat on third downs, and that's a huge reason why the Chiefs targeted him specifically. Remember, one of the Chiefs' biggest needs this offseason was to improve their pass game out of the backfield. While Pacheco has been excellent as a runner, his receiving skills have been somewhat limited. That's where Smith shines. I've compared his skill set to J.D. McKissic, a player who carved out a long and successful NFL career based largely on his ability to catch passes and make plays in space. Smith has that same potential. He's a guy who can step in early and make an immediate impact, especially on third down, where his pass-catching ability will be invaluable. Now, I know some of you might be wondering, will he start right away? Well, I think it's more than likely that Smith will find the field early on, perhaps even from day one. His talent and versatility give him a real shot at earning significant snaps in the Chiefs' offense. Expect him to be used primarily as a third down back, a leak-out receiver, or even as a sixth blocker in certain situations. His willingness to get his nose dirty in pass protection and his grit in the pass game will endear him to the coaching staff quickly. And the best part? His explosiveness out of his stance means he's capable of making big plays the moment he hits the field. Don't be surprised if he surprises us all by getting more reps than we initially anticipated. But let's take a moment to appreciate what this move means for the Chiefs overall. This draft pick is more than just a depth addition, it's a strategic play that sets up their offense for the future. With Pacheco, Hunt, and Smith, they're building a three-headed monster that can keep defenses guessing. Pacheco provides that power and downhill running ability, Hunt offers veteran savvy and experienced pass protection and receiving skills, and now Smith brings that speed, agility, and pass-catching prowess. Together, they create a diverse and dangerous backfield that can adapt to any game situation. Looking ahead to 2025, this trio could be a nightmare for opposing defenses. It's not just about having a good running game anymore, it's about having multiple threats out of the backfield, each with their own strengths. The Chiefs are clearly investing in that philosophy. And let's not forget, this is just the start. The addition of Brashard Smith could also signal a shift in how Kansas City approaches their offensive strategy. They've always been innovative, and having a backfield that can excel in the passing game opens up so many possibilities for Andy Reid's creative play calling. Now, let's talk a little about the broader picture of the Chiefs roster and what this means for their season outlook. Last year, they were one of the most exciting teams in the league, leading the AFC with a potent offense that relied heavily on Patrick Mahomes' brilliance. But even with all that talent, the team knew they needed more weapons and more options to keep defenses on their toes. The draft was a strategic move to bolster that depth, especially in the backfield, where every yard can be crucial, especially late in the season and in the playoffs. The Chiefs have also been focusing on their offensive line and receiving core in recent drafts, and this pick complements that well. They want a balanced attack, something that can adapt to any game scenario, whether it's a shootout or a grinded-out game. Adding a player like Smith, who can stretch the field and make plays in space, gives Patrick Mahomes even more options. And let's face it, Mahomes thrives when he has multiple weapons at his disposal, and this draft move shows that the Chiefs are committed to giving him that luxury. And speaking of Mahomes, many fans are excited about how this addition could impact his gameplay. Known for his improvisational skills and ability to extend plays, Mahomes now has a young, dynamic running back who can turn a simple screen pass into a big gain. Imagine the possibilities: quick passes, screen plays, or even designed runs involving Smith's speed and agility. It's a nightmare for defenses, and it's exactly what the Chiefs need to stay on top in a highly competitive AFC. Now, looking at the bigger picture for the season ahead, the Chiefs are still considered one of the favorites to contend for another Super Bowl. The core remains intact, with Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, and others leading the charge. But this draft move, especially adding Smith, shows their commitment to evolving and staying ahead of the curve. It's about building a roster that can adapt, innovate, and surprise opponents week after week. With the AFC being as competitive as it is, think about teams like the Bills, Bengals, Jets, and Bills. Every advantage counts, and this kind of strategic addition could be the difference maker in tight playoff battles. And let's not forget, the Chiefs' front office has a proven track record of making shrewd moves in the draft. Brett Veach is known for his patience, his eye for talent, and his willingness to trade up or down as needed. This move to trade up for Brashard Smith is just the latest example of that aggressive yet calculated approach. Fans should feel confident that the team is doing everything possible to keep their window of contention open for years to come. So, what about the future? Well, I think we're looking at a scenario where Smith not only makes the roster but becomes an integral part of the Chiefs' game plan. His immediate impact could be felt in key situations, third downs, red zone, or even as a gadget player. As he develops and gains more experience, he could evolve into a primary weapon in the passing attack, giving Mahomes yet another reliable target. And let's remember, the NFL is all about matchups. Having a versatile back like Smith adds a new dimension to the Chiefs' offense. It forces defenses to game plan differently, to account for his speed and pass-catching ability. That's a recipe for continued offensive success and keeping the Chiefs at the top of the league standings. To wrap this up, Chiefs fans, I think this draft move is a bold statement. It shows that Brett Veach and his team are not resting on their laurels. They're constantly looking to improve, to innovate, and to stay ahead of the competition. This addition of Brashard Smith might not have been the headline-grabbing pick in the first round, but in the long run, it could turn out to be one of the smartest moves of the entire draft. It's a sign that the Chiefs are building for the future, one where they can continue to dominate on offense, keep defenses guessing, and chase another Super Bowl title. And now, Kansas City Chiefs fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this move? Do you see Smith becoming a key player for the team in the upcoming season? Are you excited about the depth and versatility he brings? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chiefs. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates, analysis, and behind-the-scenes insights. So stay tuned for the latest Kansas City Chiefs news, because this team is just getting started, and the best is yet to come.